Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts. People in Yellowknife will soon have a new option on the FM dial, and for many, it'll sound very familiar. The Canadian Radio, Television and Telecommunications Commission, or the CRTC, approved an FM license for cabin radio. The popular Yellowknife-based company streams radio online right now and runs a news website. It's been trying to get on FM for years. Let's take a quick look at how we got here. Cabin Radio first applied for an FM license on August 30th of 2019. For years, there was silence. Then on February 15th, 2023, the CRTC denied Cabin Radio's application for a license. It said that Yellowknife couldn't support another commercial FM radio station. That summer, the Northwest Territories faced its worst wildfire season on record. At one point, more than 2/3 of the territory's residents were evacuated. That and the COVID-19 pandemic prompted the CRTC to rethink its decision. And on March 14th, 2024, it put a call out for FM applications in Yellowknife. In February of this year, the CRTC held a hearing to consider 2 Yellowknife FM applications, one by Cabin Radio and one by Vista Radio, for a second FM station in Yellowknife. Today, the decision came in and the license went to Cabin Radio. All of this adds up to another option for Yellowknifers on FM radio. It comes amidst a changing news and broadcasting industry. People are turning different places for information. But one thing remains true. People still want local news. I spoke earlier to Olly Williams, one of the founders of Cabin Radio, about what this decision means and what'll happen next. Olly, thanks for being here.
My absolute pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So, you put out a statement today, and it started with, quote, "Yippee-ki-yay, Yellowknifers." And I just want to know if that's an accurate representation of what went through your mind when you got this news.
It might be slightly less enthusiastic than what the reality was of how I felt this morning. Look, it's huge. This is something we've been working to for about 9 years now. We applied for a license 6 years ago. I think a lot of people in Yellowknife know that it's not been the smoothest of roads to get to this point, so our office all day has been crazy. Obviously, we're excited. We're getting lots of people getting in touch as well. We had someone within 3 minutes walk along the street outside yelling, "Congratulations, Cabin Radio." It feels to me like a vindication of what we had said for years, and we're really glad the CRTC saw what we were saying, and the decision today captures a lot of that. But also, it's a way for us to now say, I think, thank you to everybody, because we would not be here without hundreds, thousands of people expressing their support to us, expressing it to the CRTC, and you see in the decision today, the CRTC says that made a difference.
Yeah, there was big community support, even in the CRTC hearings that I was listening to a large chunk of, so that support must mean a lot to you guys.
Yeah, it means everything to us, and none of this could have occurred without it. That now places a huge responsibility on us. People have said, look, this is what we want. They have reasons for wanting it. The job now for me and for the other 4 of us who own it collectively, everyone lives in Yellowknife. We're completely locally owned. We broadcast out of Yellowknife. We have a huge commitment within our license now to go out and encourage Northern Indigenous journalism, Northern Indigenous performers. But basically, we've got to live up to what everybody thinks they're getting, right? They have endorsed a product that they want us to deliver. And now it's our turn to go out and do that on 93.9.
Yeah, let's talk about the product that you're going to deliver. Obviously, you're going to have that space that you mentioned on FM radio. What other changes might people see?
So the big thing is that for 6 years, 7, 8 years, we've been doing this already. So we're not going to suddenly massively change the product and be completely different. We have built an online station around commercial hits music from the last 60 years with a lot of Northern and Indigenous performers in there as well, daily as a regular part of our programming. That commitment does not change. We keep doing that. In fact, it's going to be enshrined in the license that we will play more Canadian music than just about any other commercial station in Canada. And of that, more emerging artists, which is a category the CRTC has, which includes most Northern and Indigenous artists, than any other commercial station in Canada. So by listening to us, you will, by the definition of our license, get more Northern, Indigenous, and emerging Canadian music than you're going to get anywhere else. But we'll also match that with a lot of the music everybody knows and loves from the last however many decades. The big change now is we will run more on-air news programming than we currently do, and more current affairs programming, by which I mean interviews with people, capturing what's going on in Yellowknife and around the NWT. And all of that will be wrapped up in broadcasters who we already have, who collectively have 98 years of Northern broadcasting experience. So we've got a very experienced crew that'll bring that to everybody.
I want to talk about something that did come up in this whole 6-year, 9-year saga, and that is the business model, right? Part of the original CRTC denial of the first application was there wasn't enough money to go around in commercials, if I'm remembering correctly. So it's a tough industry right now to be in. It's something that we all know intimately. How will Cabin sustain itself as it grows and expands and offers all of these new programs and its new station?
Part of the reason that I think the CRTC was convinced this time around is we finally had the ability to put in front of them numbers from the first 5-6 years of being an online broadcasting station, where we've demonstrated that we can do this, and it is economic, it is viable. Back in 2019, when we first filed an application, we only had maybe a year or two of figures to show them. When we came back in 2024 and put a fresh application on their desk, we were able to say, look, in 2019, we projected we'd be able to do this as an FM station. Now we don't even have the FM license yet, but we beat those projections. So where we said we'd be in 2024, way back in 2019, with an FM station, we didn't have that, but we were still exceeding all of those measures. So we were able to demonstrate to the CRTC that actually, if anything, the economy here is doing better than we thought it would for us. And they heard that, and they've responded to that. We operate in an environment where we've got really close relations with a lot of local businesses, local partners who support us and we support them. We've got really close connections with communities, not just in Yellowknife, Delta, but also beyond that in terms of the residents that we serve. We will still have a territorial remit as far as I'm concerned. We still want to serve the territory. This license is just for Yellowknife. As far as I'm concerned, that's a starting point. Let's get this one off the ground and then look at what we can do next.
Yeah, so what does happen next?
Well, first of all, I think everybody goes and has a really nice meal. Then after that, we need to get a transmitter up and running here in Yellowknife. It's going to take us a few months. It would have been pointless for us to invest in all the equipment that we needed to transmit without having a yes in front of us. That's a lot of money. So we're going to spend that money now, get all that set up in downtown Yellowknife to be able to broadcast. And then let's get that up and running. Let's make sure that that's a robust service. And then let's start looking at what we can do next for the people of the North.
Okay, well, we'll be listening. Thank you so much, Olly.
Thank you.
The federal government says an announcement about the future of the Inuit Child First Initiative is coming, but it's yet to release any details. Samuel Watt has more.
For months, Nunavut had some solace in knowing they'd have access to Hamlet food vouchers, but they were discontinued in March, and the impact of that is clear, according to those who help people with the applications.
People are asking for donations for food because the food bank or their paycheck is not lasting long enough.
The Inuit Child First Initiative has been in place since 2018. It provides funding for social, health, educational and food support for Inuit children. Group vouchers through Hamlets no longer exist. Individual requests still do, but mostly for those with specific medical needs. This expert with the University of Colorado Boulder was part of a study into the program.
The approval process is much more complicated, much slower, and in a way much more mysterious than before.
The study also found that 41% of Nunavut children live in households classed as low income, and even with Hamlet food vouchers, most of those families would be nowhere near Nunavut's poverty threshold.
To remove the Hamlet food voucher program without putting anything else in place doesn't make any sense.
Indigenous Services Minister Mandy Galmassi says there will be an announcement in the coming weeks about the funding model, but she's remaining tight-lipped about the details.
It has to have fiscal sustainability. It has to have concrete funding in place as something that you can access consistently.
Kalpanuk's director acknowledges the food supports aren't sustainable, but they're needed in the absence of other support.
We know that Inuit CFI is not the right tool to address chronic poverty across Nunavut, but we need a substantial investment from the federal government to address the root causes of poverty.
And to do that, she says the federal government needs to set clear targets to reduce poverty, plus investments that aren't just band-aid solutions. Samuel Watts, CBC News, Iqaluit.
The Nunavut Court of Appeal has rejected an application from a group of Inuit hunters who mounted a legal challenge last year, claiming their charter rights were breached. Emma Tranter reports.
The case comes from 4 Inuit hunters, all who have been charged with impaired driving. In Canada, first-time impaired driving convictions face a mandatory driving ban for at least a year. The hunters say those driving bans prevent them from going out on the land to hunt, a right that's protected under the Nunavut Agreement. A Nunavut judge rejected the legal challenge. Lawyers for the hunters appealed the decision, which in a separate decision released today, a Nunavut Court of Appeal judge ultimately rejected too. In his 54-page decision, Justice Jack Watson says Nunavut Judge Paul Bychuk was right in dismissing the application, and that the hunters didn't prove they would be unable to hunt, and people didn't necessarily require a license to drive skidoos and ATVs on the land. The Crown did admit the ban breached their charter rights, but that wasn't enough for the judge to accept the appeal. Emma Tranter, CBC News, Yellowknife.
The Carcross-Tagish First Nation has been put in charge of the remediation of 3 Yukon legacy sites: the Arctic Gold and Silver Mill and Tailings Site, the former Venus Mill and Tailings Site, and the remaining contamination of the Chutla site in Carcross. The CBC's Isabella Calisi went to find out what this means for the community.
It is a part of the history, culture, and DNA of CTFN to work together in partnership, and that is what is happening here today with the signing of the governance agreement.
This area on Montana Mountain has long been used by First Nations for hunting and gathering food and traditional medicines. In the early 1800s, the Arctic Gold and Silver Mill and Tailings Site took over the mountain for mining activities, contaminating the site and causing environmental damage. Now, the Carcross-Tagish First Nation will have control of the remediation of Montana Mountain, along with 2 other contaminated sites.
The innovative piece about this agreement is that this First Nation is in the driver's seat. They're going to be leading the remediation of their lands, working in partnership with us.
The cleanup project will take many years to fully complete, but will bring economic benefits to the area and become a base for future projects.
It will create economic opportunities. Maybe it will help us go in other directions in regards to like energy and stuff like that. That will help our community.
It's not just clean up and go away. We want to show that social economic impact in the community, work with locals, have that training, and so this project could be a 5 to 7 year cleanup. So what can we get out of that after that cleanup is done? We can get training, we can get assets, that this kind of infrastructure could be used on future projects.
Shane Wally is a land steward for Montana Mountain and has been working on the land since his teens, helping build historical trails in the area.
I'm more nervous, because of how much contaminants are up at the contaminated site. So I'm just wondering how we'll go about doing everything real safely and everything, not trying to spread around more dirty dust and that up and down the mountains.
The Carcross-Tagish group of companies says immediate next steps include more community consultation and starting to plan how to safely do the remediation work. Isabella Calisi, CBC News, Carcross.
Depending on where you live in the Yukon, it might have seemed like a relatively quiet fire season. But for a few communities and for wildfire crews, it's been intense. The Yukon's Wildland Fire Management team held its mid-season briefing today, recapping the season so far. At one point in June, 19 wildfires were sparked by lightning in a single day. Since April, there have been 130 wildfires in total, and more than 122,000 hectares have burnt.
One of the things that we've been noticing over the past several years is just really intense fire behavior. So a lot of times a fire will get reported and it will be 1 hectare. By the time we get crews there, which can sometimes be within 25, 30 minutes to have aircraft on site, these fires can be up and running and beyond resources. So one of the ways our crews do an amazing job with initial attack, and we do have a lot of success there. But this year's the fires, the amount of fire or lightning that occurred within a short period of time into a very tinder dry forest, combined with the wind, made a lot of these fires just beyond resources very quickly.
To keep up, Yukon brought in more than 190 out-of-territory firefighters. The support came mostly from the Atlantic provinces, Washington State, and Oregon. Crews also leaned on new tools this year, like drones, to detect hotspots and guide responses.
The drones were amazing. I'm going to say that our folks on the ground there greatly benefited from them, and we'll be taking a closer look at how we can better integrate technology into our program. Operating a drone is far less expensive than a rotor wing. It's also very handy for our crews to know exactly where the hot spots are. So instead of patrolling, kilometers, tens of kilometers of line, we can now have, with pinpoint accuracy, we can know where the hot spots are and know where to focus our resources. So I can't say enough good things about that.
Recent rain has helped bring fire danger ratings to low or moderate in most areas, but 4 fires of note continue to be closely monitored. Wildland Fire says the season isn't over, and it's continuing to work with communities on fire mitigation plans, including for Faro, Mayo, and Dawson. This is what it looked like in Yellowknife this afternoon, a blanket of smoke descending and creating those eerie orange skies. It's coming from a wildfire burning near Highway 3, about 70 kilometers south of Betchacombe. Winds blowing from the southwest are bringing the smoke into the capital. Highway 3 is still open, but NWT Fire says smoke and visibility might challenge drivers. They say to expect elevated fire activity along the highway and check for highway updates before hitting the road. Meanwhile, pilot car escorts are operating near the Alberta border on Highway 1 due to a nearby wildfire. Drivers are asked to reduce speed and expect delays.
Take a voyage with me to the vast, remote, most extreme place on Earth.
For many, this will be a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Where the effects of climate change are intensifying.
The poles are a very rapidly changing place.
And geopolitical cracks threaten peace and stability.
Do you think there's a security concern?
I definitely do.
Experience the historic all-Canadian mission. CBC in Antarctica. Watch free on CBC Gem.
Want to get the most out of CBC News? Use the app or cbcnews.ca for live breaking news on the stories that matter to you. Whether it's local, national, or around the world, turn to CBC News.
It makes sense that they get a larger share, or does it?
Welcome to the Greenbelt.
All of this, just single detached homes.
Yes.
What do we know? I think we can explain.
About that with Andrew Chang.
Although the NBA currently is flooded with Canadian players, this was not a reality.
A new immigration law.
This story, it's directly tied to all those families who made a brave choice to come to this country.
My favorite word.
Tariff.
How seriously are you taking this threat?
It's the uncertainty that's the biggest issue.
Canada, we got you.
Elbows up!
A Yellowknife Music Festival has been struggling financially for years now, but its executive director is confident it can recover, even after the event had a bumpy weekend earlier this month. The CBC's Leanie Lambrink has more.
Folk on the Rocks has been in the red since 2021. Financial statements show it went into this year's festival with a deficit of $274,000. That's an improvement from the year before. The festival was canceled in 2020 because of COVID-19. The deficit starts after that, but it's in 2023 that things appear to take a turn for the worse. The festival's deficit ballooned from $40,000 to nearly $238,000 in the span of 7 months.
The number can be shocking, but I fully believe that we're going to be able to make it through it.
Horosco says rising costs and shrinking art grants are a factor, as is a settlement the festival reached with a former executive director back in 2022. The festival's president told us in a text message that the details of that out-of-court settlement are confidential. And although the weather is nice right now, the festival had to shut down early because of a thunderstorm on opening night. That didn't help either.
Friday night is about 33% of total on festival site sales, so it is a big chunk. We were able to, of course, through the generosity of the community, recuperate some of that through other endeavors like our raffle and folks donating, but yeah, it was a big hit.
Roscoe says good budgeting, sponsors, and raising money are part of the festival's plans to get out of the red. The festival launched a fundraiser online this week. It's trying to raise $10,000 to cover lost revenue. Leanie Lambrink, CBC News, Yellowknife.
A housing official with the NWT government says it dissolved the Fort Resolution Housing Board to restore stability. The CBC's Avery Zingle spoke with the government about what led to its decision to put the community's board under administrative control.
Housing NWT says its decision to dismantle Fort Resolution's local housing board is rare. Officials say the former board effectively stonewalled the government's efforts to get information about how it was operating. During a spot financial audit, they found concerns about performance. Boards typically handle issues like hiring, human resources, finances, and repairs.
We want to ensure that our tenants and our applicants for housing are being served under our current policies that are being followed and that our assets are protected.
LaRock says the GNWT tried to meet with the board about its concerns, but it received no response.
There's roles and responsibilities, and there are ways that Housing Northwest Territories monitors that progress and those performance indicators. There was a few issues around getting information in a timely manner or at all.
Housing NWT previously hired an investigator to get that information. Now an auditor will investigate the board's performance. The investigation is to evaluate whether Housing NWT's point-based system for applicants was applied properly. The local housing manager was not immediately available for this story. In Fort Resolution, the local housing organization handles 96 units in total. 85 of them are public housing, 11 are market rentals, and one of those units is part of a home ownership program. This is the third time that a local Northwest Territories housing organization has been put under administrative control. It's previously happened in Tulita, Norman Wells, and Fort Simpson. LaRock says the government will work with Fort Resolution's local leadership to reinstall a new board. Avery Zingle, CBC News, Yellowknife.
Staying in the Northwest Territories, Yellowknife parents are still concerned about transparency and health impacts after lead was discovered in school drinking water earlier this year. The CBC's Tamara Merritt has that story.
Corey Francis's son attended Range Lake North School and William McDonald Middle School. High levels of lead were found in the drinking water in both schools in January. Parents and teachers found out in May. That's when Francis's son went to his doctor for lead testing. His blood test results showed elevated lead levels. The doctor said the levels are not high enough to worry at this stage, but the family will continue follow-up testing. Now, Francis's main question is why it took so long to break the news.
It's a pretty serious thing if you're knowingly letting staff and students continue to drink tap water that has elevated levels of lead. Like, why wasn't there a different drinking source brought in sooner? Why wasn't we all made aware sooner? That's kind of the general consensus from most of the families and parents we've talked to.
Francis isn't the only frustrated parent dealing with the aftermath. The MLA of Range Lake says that he has spoken to over a dozen concerned teachers and parents.
It became very clear that people were very upset. They felt like the government was not forthcoming with the information, and there was still a lot of confusion.
Any abnormal results will be reported to the Office of the Chief Public Health Officer. Tamara Merritt, CBC News, Yellowknife.
2 stores in Kugluktuk, Nunavut are giving away hundreds of free life jackets to young people in the community. It's part of an initiative meant to address water safety concerns. The community's northern store and co-op are pledging 100 life jackets each for the cause. Kugluktuk's mayor helped organize the event. He says the community experiences drownings too frequently.
You know, it's important to make sure that we help the youth, the children, teach them water safety. The life jackets are important for swimming and boating purposes, and the life jackets can save lives.
The life jackets were given out this afternoon. Staying in Nunavut, hunters in Pangnaktu have made the catch of the year. After 5 days at sea, they took down a 45-foot bowhead whale. One of the boat's captains comes from a line of whale hunters. Tim Evik's late father was the first bowhead hunting captain in Pangnaktu back in 1999. He says it was difficult to catch this bowhead in more ways than one.
When my father was well, he was the first captain in the first bowhead hunt. I was remembering his presence once we killed the whale. I had a mixed feeling. I missed my father at that moment.
Evik says it took 7 hours to catch up to the whale and 2 hours to finally kill it on Saturday afternoon. Including this hunt, there have been 4 bowheads caught in the last 26 years. It took 11 boats to bring the bowhead carcass back to Pangnaktu. Evik says there will be a community feast on Thursday to celebrate. And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/North. Thank you for watching. I'm Megan Roberts. Have a good night.
CBC Gem is your ultimate sports destination.
What a battle!
With an extensive lineup of live and on-demand sports. Follow your favorite Canadian athletes and international stars wherever and whenever you want. From slam dunks to hammer spikes, the world's fastest sprinters to the fastest growing sports.
What a bend on that! Wow, beautiful. Textbook. That was utterly extraordinary. The real deal. I cannot believe it.
A world of sports, one home. CBC Gem.
boys and teenage girls in the same school. A churning sea of hormones that threatens to drown us all. Well, not on my watch.
Go Hooters! Stream anytime. CBC News.